Now from the Alluring Bead Boutique, and today I want to talk to you guys about accelerated herringbone. And I think I can demonstrate how to do accelerated herringbone, and I'm also going to demonstrate how to do accelerated herringbone with the odd count. I think I can do it this way. So all accelerated herringbone means is that you're adding more than one bead to each column as you take a stitch. So for example, I would pick up, my color I'm coming out of is this bronze color. I'm going to pick up two of those, and I'm going into the topaz bead, so I'll pick up two of those. And then I just go down just like normal through the next bead. And it's a little bit more difficult to situate your beads on the top of the stacks, such as this, but just do the best that you can. You'll pick that up a little bit when you come back through. Then we're going to step up into the next bead. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you guys I've been working on the herringbone portion of the Bead Weaving 101 series. And so this is where I'm working through the 2019 Bead and Button Bead Stitching Handbook and just reviewing all the stitches and variations that you can pick up from that book. I have links to it on my website that are my affiliate links for Amazon. If you purchase the book or decide to, you can use my links. That helps me make a tiny commission. All right, so now I'm in the center line. And I have done that odd count, 2 odd count blog posts, one for working the odd numbered column on the outside edge of the beadwork, and I wrote up another one for working the odd count on one of your columns in the center of the beadwork, and so that's what I'm going to do right now. So now, because I'm working in doubles and multiples, I'm going to have to pick up 2 instead of 1. I'm going to let those drop down. What we're going to do is skip over that top one. We're going to come back down through the next one and the bead below, just for this first round here. And we're going to pull that in, just like this. And then we'll step up, like that. So that's all you would do. If you were working even count, you would just continue to pick up your multiples as you move along the edge of the beadwork. So now I'm coming out of the topaz and going into the bronze. So I'll pick up 2 topaz first, then 2 bronze, and just take the normal herringbone stitch here on the end. It's a little wonky to work with when you first start out because you don't have really anything to grip onto. So now we need to step up into the top bead here. So what we're going to do, I'm exiting from this edge bead. I'm just going to reverse my stitching direction here, and I'm going to come up through just the base bead here on my ladder and bring my thread up. Then I'm going to step up through the 2 beads here on the end that I just added. So I'm going to come up through both of those beads right there. And that's going to put me in position to work back in the other direction. So I'm just going to flip it over. And now I'm ready to come back in this direction. Now before I do, I want to talk to you about where your thread bridges wind up. So if I were taking a normal stitch of herringbone where I just pick up the 2 beads and sew down, as I work back through, I would be putting a thread bridge between this bead and this bead. But as I've put 2 beads on each column, each stack here, when I sew down through the next bead, I'm only going to put a thread bridge between the beads on the top of the previous row. These beads down here will not have a thread bridge connecting them. So that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about when you're working accelerated herringbone. So let's go back across. We're exiting bronze. We start with those. We're going into topaz, so we pick up those. We're going to come down through just the top bead, just like we normally do in herringbone. We're going to step up into just that top bead on our odd column here in the middle. So now we worked in multiples of 2 again, so we have to pick up 2 beads here of our bronze and drop them down. We're going to skip that top one, and we're going to come down through 2. Just like this. And as we pull that, we want to snug up to eliminate any visible thread there that we might have showing between those beads, and then step up into our next stack, or our next column. And as you pull this around, make sure that your loop of thread doesn't get hung on any previous bead, any of your stacks over here. So now we have those ones done. We've just got one more stitch on this row. We're coming out of the topaz again, so we'll pick up those first and then the 2 bronze. We're just going to go down the 1 bead. I just wanted to demonstrate to you how accelerated herringbone works. I have done this before, but I didn't realize it had an actual term. We're going to step back up in the reverse order and step up through the bead next to the one we're exiting as our step up. And then we are going to come up through the 2 beads on the edge, just like we did on the last row. So the point of accelerated herringbone is to give you an opportunity to increase the length of your beadwork at a faster pace. The drawback is that as you come back through, you're only going to be placing the thread bridge between the top row of beads here, which our row was actually 2 beads high, but we're only going to have a thread bridge between the top beads here. And that's going to leave an open, sort of a gappy looking place here. So that's the only drawback to accelerated herringbone. There's a corresponding post to how to get started with accelerated herringbone over on the website, and I will throw the link right up here at the top. And you just click the I button, you'll see all the links that I put on my videos to more information and a more in-depth step-by-step photographs and written instructions, things like that, over on the alluringbeadboutique.com. All right, guys, so that is all I wanted to talk about today is accelerating herringbone. Just before I go, let me let you know that you can go as far as, you can put as many beads on as you want. But like I said, the drawback is that you're going to have bigger gaps in between. So if you wanted to go with 3 beads, you could actually do that. There's nothing wrong with that if you like the look of it. It does get a little more wonky. The more beads you add, the wonkier it looks. And it doesn't have quite as nice of a drapey, flowy feeling as regular herringbone. All right, folks, so that is it. It was just a quick little video to talk to you guys a little bit about accelerated herringbone. I've got several more posts coming along for this herringbone portion of Bead Weaving 101, so stay tuned for those. Got a couple of projects we're going to be working on in herringbone because this is actually one of my most favorite stitches. We'll be doing a lot with tubular. I've already done a lot with like odd count and even count of flat work. We're going to take a look at circular, and then we're also going to take a look at doing herringbone onto a frame. So like once you have a bead frame, we've done a lot of brick stitch on a frame. Once you have created that first base row of brick stitch, I'll show you guys how you can come out and do some herringbone on top of that and a few other tricks of the trade. All right, so that's it for now, and thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel, head over to the Alluring Bead Boutique, sign up for the Bead Mat newsletter, and make sure you add your email to follow the blog, and you will know in advance when new information is posting. Sometimes things become available over there before they actually come out over here on YouTube. All right, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.